Alright, let me put this out there. We don't hate Life is Strange 2. In fact, we believe it's one of the best games thus far, and hopefully the best game by the end of episode 5 as a whole season. This video of ours, where we talked about some things that needed improvement, people took a different approach to our message, but we apologize as we didn't mean that in any way, shape, or form. Our message was presented in a wrong way, so apologies. When episode 2 released, we here at SmackNPie liked it a lot, and Smack even said that its branching is by far the best in both The Walking Dead and the Life is Strange franchise. Speaking of branching and story system, and now that we got that out of the way, today's video is focused on the good side of Life is Strange 2. Not just showing how much we like and love this game, but also making it up for that previous video. Why and how Life is Strange 2 is different and better in terms of branching than The Walking Dead or Detroit. Well, we'll try to explain things from our perspective, and also some of the good things that need to be highlighted from this game. All that in today's video. What is up, SmackNPie? Nicole the narrator here from SmackNPie, bringing you guys another Life is Strange 2 video. If you're new here and want to see more game theories and news, start now by hitting that subscribe button and that bell, so you don't miss anything. Alright, Life is Strange 2. It makes sense for me to narrate this video as I was the one who narrated the last one that started this backlash. Although it's Smack that's to blame. Dang you, Smack! Anyways, a couple of days ago, while we were searching for ideas for this video, we came across two articles that really caught our attention. These articles are by hardcoregamer.com, and both of them will be down in the description, as we were inspired by their article to make this video. Alright, the first thing we'll discuss is why Life is Strange 2's branching is different and better. Well, to answer the first part, we have the game's directors and writer to answer that. Hardcore Gamer reported that, in an interview with Square Enix, Life is Strange 2 co-director Michelle Koch and writer Jean-Luc Cano provided insight into several areas of development for the title. When it came to the choice and consequence mechanic in the episodic adventure title, the duo were asked why decisions made over the course of the story weren't as transparent as the ones found in Telltale Games' The Walking Dead, referring to the Clementine Will Remember That, or Quantic Dream's Detroit Become Human, its flowcharts. Now before we continue, the question here is simple, and I feel like we have to explain this a little bit before we move on. In Life is Strange 2, one of the things that caught our attention was whenever we make a big choice that impacts our story or Daniel's story, you don't know when or how. Well, not really, but you get my point. As opposed to, let's say, Telltale's The Walking Dead, when you make a big choice in that game, it throws a big text on the top left of the screen saying, "Blank will remember that," forcing the fact that the choices you made will have an impact. Same goes for Detroit. In that game, unlike Telltale's games, you get a massive flowchart after each chapter to get an understanding of how many other possibilities you could have gone for. This is what they responded with. Cano stepped up to answer the question, saying that when a decision is made in life, people don't always see the consequences right away. That's something we've always examined in Life is Strange, and wanted to continue into Life is Strange 2, he added. We do show the player some key decisions, but as in life, there are lots of consequences to little decisions. A perfect example of this is that the behavior of Daniel is shaped by the small choices you make as Sean. What ties it to the theme of responsibility in Life is Strange 2? When you take care of a child, your behavior influences theirs. So Daniel learns from you. If you steal, he may steal later in the story, for example. And that's exactly what we look for when it comes to choice-based games. Life is Strange 2's branching is quite impressive, to be fair. There are many routes you could go for. There are 3 endings to episode 2, and in between, there are other stuff that can influence Daniel's behavior. This is something that every upcoming choice-based game needs to have. Not making every choice obvious. Make it hidden, because it reflects reality. It reflects the real-life consequences system. You don't learn right away that this action will have consequences, but rather later, and that's why we believe that Life is Strange 2 is better in terms of branching as opposed to The Walking Dead or Detroit. Detroit Become Human is a game that no one can replace or replicate because of its massive branching system, but sometimes it threw us, the players, off because of its flowchart. Again, our personal opinion. Of course, people are gonna disagree, and feel free to debate that in the comments down below. Now before we wrap up today's video, let us talk about a few good things regarding Life is Strange 2 thus far. Of course, it's too early to say anything solid about this game, because there are 3 episodes left, but with what we have right now, let's try to work with it. Again, HardcoreGamer.com had another interview with the game directors where they talked about the Life is Strange franchise and how this game is not just about powers. We're not creating, sci-fi stories, he said. We use supernatural twists to add another layer to the story and characters to increase the character's weakness. In the first Life is Strange, Max is still a teenager. She doesn't know who she really is or what she wants to be. She's at the point in her life where she has to make decisions, so her rewind power amplifies that weakness. She's no longer locked in one path, which makes it even harder to pick the right thing to do. Talking about Life is Strange 2, he added, in Life is Strange 2, Sean has to take responsibility for Daniel, basically become a father. By giving Daniel powers, it amplifies the amount of responsibility he has to deal with. But, as Michelle said, Life is Strange is not about superpowers. We don't want the player to ask where the powers come from, and we don't explain it. It's not about what the power is, but how the characters deal with it. That's exactly what makes the Life is Strange franchise so good. If I come up to you and say, hey, there's the story of two brothers who are on the road. One of them, the younger one, he has powers, and it's an amazing story. You'd laugh at me, but looking at it by yourself, experience it yourself, it makes sense. We got touched by this story not because of superpowers, though it plays a bigger role in attracting players, but everything other than powers is what holds this entire franchise. Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, for example. Our personal favorite moment when Sean had to throw his cell phone, but before that, you get the choice of either calling Layla or no, or even worse, watching one last good memory with your dad and brother, which not just broke Sean and made him burst into tears, but also cracked us, the players, too. The writing overall, generically, is insane. Touching mature themes in these video games are hard to execute, but Don't Nod is doing it very carefully, and it's working thus far. Sean, being only 16, a teenager, learning and growing on his own, while taking care of his younger brother. Considering the fact that their father is dead, they're running fugitives, and most specifically that they don't want anything to do with moms and they have nowhere to stay. No allies, no relatives that can help them, even their grandparents. Reynolds tried their best, but sooner or later, they had to run and get back on the road as well. Sean is going through some of the toughest, hardest stuff a teenager could possibly imagine going through in their early teens. Yet, here he is. This story is a gem, putting us in an even more vulnerability by not just taking care of his younger brother Daniel, but also making him learn and balance his superpowers at this very age. Poor brothers, I really want to hug them. Episode 2, for example, see Daniel finding a new friend, Chris, similar to his age, both of them playing together, having fun, seeing Daniel finally having a good time after the insanity that they had to go through. Together, Sean and the player couldn't be more happy to see him that way. We wished, hoped it'd stay like that forever. But, of course, it's life. Things never go the same all the time, and now we're back on the road again. Ending with Chris either learning that he's not the one with powers, but Daniel is, or getting hit by a car. It is insane. What else could you possibly ask for? It's like Don't Nod were like, seeing their father gone at an early age? Nope, not enough. Oh, what's that? They're running fugitives? Not enough. Having the best time with someone? Putting them in danger? Still not enough. It's like a roller coaster of emotions and high lows. Don't nod, relax. The soundtrack doesn't help this sad case either. Jonathan is on fire with his tracks this season. It absolutely fits this season and its theme. It makes us even more excited and hooked for upcoming episodes. And you best believe that we'll cover every aspect, every part, every theory, every news of this game till it's over. But in the meantime, remember, this is all just our theory, or as Smack would like to call it, the guy gaming theory. Again, if you want to see more gaming videos, make sure to like and subscribe to become an official member of SmackNPie. Also, join our Discord server, link in the description. You can also follow my channel, Nicole Epic Fail. Link will also be in the description, where I will be uploading BitLife Controls My Sims and Let's Plays of The Walking Dead Season 1 very soon. I'm Nicole, and until next time, take care and keep gaming.